Hello and welcome to another video, and today we're going to take a look at a Halloween Cup theme that I am using currently, which I'm having a bit of success with. So we have Wormadam Trash on the lead with Zweilous as the safe swap and Shadow Tyranitar at the back. So this is quite a spicy theme, and I would say it's fairly accessible but somewhat expensive Stardust wise. Shadow Tyranitar does require the legacy move Smackdown to work. Of course, you can maybe use Crustle as an alternative, but then again you will not have the resistance from dark type moves that you would want from your backline, so they can last longer in the battle, and you won't have anything that can hit Nidoqueen, at least for neutral. Of course, one of the team's weakness is having a Charmer at the back. As you can see here, we have a Shadow Granbull. We immediately swap out into a Wormadam Trash, but we are still taking a lot of damage from it. The Granbull is extremely attack weighted, and even if resisted, it does so much damage. As you can see, even against our Shadow Tyranitar, one charm almost took us out. And because of that one charm that hit our Shadow Tyranitar, we would not be able to win this game, because here our Shadow Tyranitar loses to one Smackdown in the mirror match at the end. GG's to the opponent. Swapping during the fast move animation, getting that one charm in was very useful. And then we have here our opponent swaps in a Crustle, so we did a few more confusions to get a bit of energy before swapping out to Shadow Tyranitar, and we can just use one shield to win switch. And then they brought their own Shadow Tyranitar, and here you can see how immediately after my Shadow Tyranitar went down, I went straight into Zweilous because they are still switch lock. So they will not be able to switch out into their Beedrill to get some Poison Jab and Exorcist off on my Zweilous, so we can come in and hopefully take them down before they come back in with the Beedrill. Even though we are a shield down, Beedrill will not be able to do anything meaningful to our Wormadam without being taken out by Zweilous first. As you can see here, we get to 2 body slams before they even throw the first X-Scissor, and we will bring them extremely low, and they are shields down, and one drill run will not be able to take out Wormadam. They need at least 2. Here my Wormadam is not XL, so it would take a bit more damage than usual. But yeah, I built this before XL Candy was introduced, so it was a cheap investment. And then here we have another good lead. Azumarill is fairly decent, but the back line is not. And you can see here is Wormadam Trash at the back. We try to soften it up a bit more with Bug Buzz before swapping into our Shadow Tyranitar. We are going to try to smack down the Wormadam Trash all the way. Of course, this would mean we have a lot of energy, but as you can see here, the backline is not very good for us. They will have a escavalier at the back, which is also a core breaker for this team. Wormadam Trash does resisted damage against them, and then Zweilous and Shadow Tyranitar take super effective damage from the counters from the escavalier, so we are not able to do much because of that. So GG's to the opponent here. We try to play it out. Maybe they will let go one of the charge moves so that we can win the game, but here we decided to shield the drill run, which I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference, I guess, because they will shield anyways. And then here they can get to a drill run before we get to a dark pulse. So we try to get some chip damage onto the escavalier, but escavalier is a steel type, so it will resist the body slam. And here they will take out our Zweilous before getting to another drill run on our Wormadam. Yeah, the logic behind this team is that Zweilous as safe swap is generally good. There was not that many that will resist a Dragon Breath or any of its charge moves, except for Charmers, of course, which will just delete it, as well as counter users, right, who can deal super effective damage. And as you can see here, even with a Frostless safe swap, if we are ahead on energy, we could get both shields from them. As you can see here, they tried to go for a full farm down but did not manage to do so, and then we can get both shields, get shield advantage for our Shadow Tyranitar. Shadow Tyranitar with shield advantage is very beneficial if they did not have any Charmers or counter users at the back, because it can basically hit neutral to almost everything else with either a crunch or a stone edge. And then as you can see here, there are shields down, and because of that we are able to hit a bug buzz on the Zweilous. Wormadam with energy from that Frostless farm down does make it a bit more beneficial for it against the dark types. And then here you have the opponent has a Quillfish at the end. We still have our Wormadam quite healthy, and we can just shield once on the Tyranitar and smack them down most probably. And here we have another team that could potentially be a core breaker for us, but they decided to swap out from the Galvantula, which is fairly interesting because they could win this in the one shield, I believe, going straight discharge. And because they swap out, our Tyranitar is able to get to a crunch against the Wormadam Trash 2 turns before they get to their Iron Head, and we can just play out the one shield and we can just smack them down. And let's see what they have in the back. If they come in with a Galvantula, we just shield and get one smackdown through, but instead they bring in the Ariados, so it's a triple bug team. Fairly interesting, but very bad against a Shadow Tyranitar here. As you can see here, even before they throw their charge move, they already basically have only one Pokemon's worth of health left. And then we can bring in our Zweilous here to farm Galvantula down. And my opponent made the mistake here of not immediately going for the lunge after one Volt Switch, because that means that they were taking full on damage from Dragon Breath for another 4 Dragon Breath, right? And because of that, they went down fairly easily as compared to if they were to throw the lunge immediately. And then here the Ariados tries to farm us down, but they are not able to. Zweilous, very good, very nice with the fast moves. This team is very hard hitting fast move damage. We have Confusion, which a lot of people have a problem with because it doesn't generate enough energy for what it's worth, but then again it is very hard hitting. And then we have Zweilous at the back with Dragon Breath, which you can see from other Great League Metamons like Altaria is super broken, or Dragonite. And then of course we have Smackdown. Smackdown is a beast if used well, but I don't like to use it as much because it is just very one-dimensional in a way. And then we just let our Wormadam go down to the Galvantula and have Zweilous come in and farm down. And then here they come in with their escavalier. Oh sorry, our Wormadam still we swap out our Wormadam still at the back with a charge move. Oh yeah, this is the game where I somehow managed to beat an escavalier. I think it's the only way to beat an escavalier at the back is if you are in the one shield scenario and then you take their shield with your Zweilous and then have Wormadam at the back with a charge move. I think that's the only way to beat an escavalier team here. And then we managed to throw an Iron Head. If I'm not mistaken, from my calculations, from my counting, they did have a drill run, but I guess they think that we were one confusion away. And then here they have the Wormadam trash at the back. We outpace them to the crunch before they get to an Iron Head, and then we get them low enough. And let's see whether we get the defense debuff, and we do, which will seal the game because then our Wormadam will be able to do more damage in the mirror match to win this game. GG's to the opponent. So yeah, very nice game so far. Very tight games as well with this team because our backline is not that bulky. And then we have another complicated lead here with Shadow Scizor, but then again, because Shadow Scizor is very frail, Wormadam is able to hit basically almost like a neutral damage move on Shadow Scizor. As you can see here, Confusion is supposed to be resisted because of its steel typing, but it still does a lot and is almost halfway through. And then our opponent over farms a bit more, which is a bit dangerous because they might have X-Scissor or they might have Iron Head. And so we are not gonna shield this Wormadam trash, and hopefully we shield the correct moves on our Zweilous, and hopefully we are able to farm down. We shield the first one just in case if it was X-Scissor, but then again they threw the Night Slash, which tells me that they most probably have an Iron Head instead, and this was too early for them to be Iron Head, so we can safely no shield this and get loads of energy against whatever comes in. And they have a Dragalge. Dragalge can also be a bit complicated for this team, but then again, because of the fast move damage of our backline, we can safely handle it. And they throw the Aqua Tail here, and you can see here after this, as we are approaching the crunch, our opponent does what I believe is a mistake, which gives me the win con. They swap into our Wormadam trash as opposed to letting their Dragalge go down. And we all know that from previous battles that Shadow Tyranitar does outpace Wormadam here, and so we are able to get to 2 crunches to take out the Wormadam. And then we still have our Zweilous at the back with a little bit of health, and then with Dragon Breath as opposed to Dragon Tail that Dragalge has, and then we are able to farm them down because Dragon Breath is a 1-turn move and it goes through faster than a Dragon Tail, which is a 3-turn move, right? And then we have in our third to last battle, I believe, yeah, they have a Manibus lead, swap out to a Frostlass. Again, the same principle. We are able to at least get 1 shield from the Frostlass, possibly even 2, but here Frostlass does immediately throw, which tells me that most probably we have to go into the 2 shields here because they will not mess around. They will want to take our shields as well, or either take that or switch. And then here they did not shield out the second bait, which means that we have to throw our second charge move, second shield here. But then again, we do get some farm as a result, and then they bring in here a Jellicent after some thinking. Oh no, wait, not Jellicent, I think that's the next battle, yeah. So they bring in a Nidoqueen instead. They are at 5 poison jabs, which means they are at a Poison Fang, but they won't throw here because they are going to farm us down, and then we can just immediately through back-to-back body slams, get them low or get that final shield, but they elected to do the former, and then we are able to confusion them down. But we have to take an Earth Power, which is fine. We can still take an Earth Power and even Aerial Ace or a Dark Pulse later before we get to our Bug Buzz, and then it is game over here for the opponent anyways. Shadow Tyranitar can take 3S Aerial Aces no problem. I think they can also take 3 Dark Pulses no problem, because we do resist everything. This is the hardest wall you can have to a Mandibuzz and an Umbreon, because it simply resists everything. And then here, the second to last match, we have a Wormadam mirror match. We want to save our Wormadam for potential fairy types or poison types, and we immediately swap into our Zweilous. The opponent stays in, which means that they are most probably weak to dark types, or they do not have anything that can beat dark types convincingly. So we can just safely shield here, knowing that it's most probably because the count for the first charge move is the same for Iron Head and Bug Buzz, and it's safer for us to shield the first charge move and then go for the body slams to take back shields if needed to, which we do. And then here we can safely shield a second time and farm them down, store a body slam for what they are going to bring in, and they brought in a Drapion. So that means they do not have anything at all to beat Zweilous here, because if their Drapion here had Sludge Bomb, most probably they would have easily swapped out into their Drapion to hit us. But because they did not bring in Drapion, they most probably only had Aqua Tail and Crunch, which is both resisted. And then here we can easily just go for body slam spams, and they have to throw here their charge moves. If they throw Crunch, then most probably we will go down to it, and then we can come in with Modem Trash, knowing that they have Aqua Tail. Most probably we can just bring in with Modem Trash, eat up all of that energy that they have, and then they go down to one fast move, and then their last mon is oh yeah, they tried to catch their Wormadam Trash for some reason, but it won't do that much of a difference. The last one was Mandibuzz, nothing that they can happen. Oh yeah, the last game had a Jellicent. So yeah, it's a bubble Jellicent, so it is a bit more complicated for Tyranitar in the end game. But they brought in a Skunk Tank here, and this is, I think, one fast move too fast for a Sludge Bomb, and we can just go for a double body slam here and take and throw first, and then we get the Skunk Tank out of the way, and they bring in the Jellicent again, which is very interesting. But then again, because it's a bubble Jellicent, we can potentially get the two charge moves here. We try to beat them first, and right before we die to the last bubble, we managed to get to a Dark Pulse. Will they shield this? They do not. So they underestimated the power and the energy generation of Zweilous, and they have Wormadam, they have Drapion at the back with a 1 Poison Sting head start. So we bring in our Wormadam, try to take out their last shield with the Bug Buzz before giving 2 shields to Shadow Tyranitar. So this is a good game here. Nothing that Shadow Drapion can do, and that's the end of the battles. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like this video, drop a like, comment down below, and hit the subscribe button. It would really mean a lot. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.